Luka Doncic, a 19-year-old basketball prodigy drafted by the Atlanta Hawks with the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 NBA draft, and then traded to the Dallas Mavericks for Trae Young in a future first-round draft pick. In his young NBA career, he's already started to hit clutch shots with the Mavericks while averaging 18 points, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists per game while shooting 36% from 3. While he does average about 4 turnovers a game, the pros definitely outweigh the cons as Doncic gets used to the pace of the NBA game, which is way different than European basketball. So with a jack-of-all-trades type of offensive skill set, how does one begin to build around such a talent at such a young age? For this video, we are going to optimize the talents of Luka Doncic and build the perfect NBA team around him. And just a quick note before we start this video, if you guys want some more of the Build a Perfect Team series, be sure to drop a like on this video, and also let me know in the comment section below which player I should do next. And as far as the question of the video, what do you think the career averages of Luka Doncic will end up being when it's all said and done for his NBA career? So I think it's pretty important to mention that Luka Doncic can play any position between the 1 and 4 spot. For the sake of this video, I am going to run him at the small forward position. The team that I'm going to build around him kind of relies on him playing that position at times. Although, you know, we can play shooting guard, power forward, or point guard if needed. But yeah, man, so for the first player we are going to bring to this team, this was actually the first player that came to my mind. He is the power forward for the Orlando Magic, and that is going to be Aaron Gordon. The reason I say Aaron Gordon is because he's somebody that can kind of run the pick and roll off Luka Doncic. He's extremely athletic. We know that Luka has great court vision, so being able to find Aaron Gordon, you know, cutting to the basket or in transition or even off the pick and roll, pick and pop would be extremely valuable to this team. On this season, Gordon is averaging 16 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block per game. So not to mention that he could also take on the more offensive-minded small forward slash power forward when it comes to defense, leaving the weaker defender or the weaker offensive player for Luka Doncic to take care of. Not to mention too, man, Aaron Gordon is averaging 46% field goal percentage and 38% from 3 on this NBA season. Extremely valuable to have alongside Luka Doncic. So for the next player, I definitely want Luka Doncic to be like the superstar of this team. But at the same time, to win championships, you still need guys that can fill up the basket and play defense for you. The perfect 2 guard alongside Luka is going to be Josh Richardson of the Miami Heat. The reason I say this is because simply he just is such a talented player, but he doesn't really need that spotlight to show it. On this NBA season, guys, he's averaging 19 points, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. He's a great 3-and-D player, shooting about 39% from 3. He's not really going to do much from the mid-range game or things along those lines, but just somebody that can play off ball and you can rely heavily on defense to kind of take care of some of the other guards out there. Look no farther than Josh Richardson. He's definitely been a diamond in the rough for the Miami Heat, and he's going to be the shooting guard for Luka Doncic. So for the point guard position, we did mention that Luka does average about 4 turnovers per game, so we definitely want more of a veteran-oriented point guard that can take care of the basketball. The player I thought of was the point guard of the Memphis Grizzlies, Mike Conley. I know Mike Conley has never been an all-star team, but to me, he's always been a beacon of consistency. Actually having one of his better seasons after missing last year. He's averaging 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists per game. Averages about 1 or 2 turnovers, which is going to happen at the point guard position. But regardless, he's another player that I don't think minds giving that all-star spotlight to the young player out there. He's still going to go out there. He's still going to grind. He's going to play some great defense. He's going to score you some baskets out there. He can shoot the 3 ball. He can essentially do everything you want a consistent point guard to do. So yeah, man, we got the veteran alongside Luka Doncic. Mike Conley, I thought was another fantastic fit to build the perfect team. So for our final player, I want somebody that could be like that final line of defense, because at times Luka Doncic can be great at defense, other times it's questionable. So for the center of this team, I decided it was going to be the center of the Utah Jazz, Rudy Gobert. You could argue DeAndre Jordan was a pretty good fit, but I've actually heard there's been chemistry issues with DeAndre Jordan on this Mavericks team. I feel like Rudy Gobert at the age of 26 kind of fits into the young athletic mindset of this team. He's a rim protector, averages 17 points, 14 rebounds, 1 steal, and about 2 to 3 blocks per game. So when it comes to Rudy Gobert, like I was saying, he can be that last line of defense. He can run the pick and roll with Luka Doncic and catch the alley-oops. Not really going to space the floor, but there's plenty of other shooters on this team that can do so. Extremely athletic, can run in transition. The perfect center to put alongside Luka Doncic. So here is what the team looks like. Mike Conley at point guard, Josh Richardson as shooting guard, Luka Doncic at small forward, Aaron Gordon at the 4 spot, and Rudy Gobert as our center position. Off the bench, we just have some of the Dallas Mavericks players. We have Dirk Nowitzki. No way I was going to trade away him. We have Wesley Matthews, JJ Barea, and Salam Majir. So yeah, man, that's going to be our 9-man rotation. As far as our offensive set goes, we are going to go with a balanced one just because, like I was saying, this team has just so many different sets out there they could run. So I felt like balance was the best way to do it. Definitely does not need to focus on pick and roll or shooting threes or getting to the basket. Just do a little bit of everything out there. Pretty much do exactly what the defense gives you. So we're going to go ahead, simulate this NBA season, and see how this perfect team around Luka Doncic can really do. So a record of 54-27, which is absolutely fantastic. Not to mention too that this team is still extremely young. So as they grow together, you might see them hit that 60 to mid-60 win mark. One more game against the San Antonio Spurs. I don't know if this team has what it takes to be like the Golden State Warriors, but I still think they can be pretty solid. We have DeMarcus Cousins MVP, and we have DeAndre Ayton getting rookie over there over Luka Doncic. Well, that's kind of embarrassing. Come on, DeAndre. Maybe I got to do a video about you, man. Tyreek Evans as 6-man, Giannis as defensive player, Jordan Clarkson most improved, and Steve Kerr coach of the year. All-NBA first team, All-NBA second, and All-NBA third. And then we got the all-defensive teams with Rudy Gobert making that. All rookie teams, Luka Doncic on that. He is 84 overall now, so he definitely went up in rating. I'm very curious, though, what type of stats he did put up as we do get the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. So you know what, DeAndre, you can go out and get Rookie of the Year, but we're going to make playoffs as the 3rd seed. I think that sounds pretty good to me. Player stats on the season. So Mike Conley led the team in scoring at 20 points and 9 assists per game. Like I was saying, I was kind of expecting that. Just a solid 20 and 8, 9 assist guy out there. Aaron Gordon at 19 points, 8 rebounds. And you got Luka doing the all-around game out there at 16 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 steal per game. Shot about 49% field goal percentage and about 37% from 3. Then you got Josh Richardson at 15 points. While upping his field goal percentage of 46%, 41% from 3. So we actually played nicely on this team. And Rudy Gobert at 13 points, 14 rebounds, and about 2 to 3 blocks per game. Bench unit did very solid out there themselves. But overall, I'm very happy with how this team performed. I think Luka, you know, he took over when he needed to, but at the same time, he did not mind deferring to guys like Mike Conley and Aaron Gordon, which is what you want out of your superstar out there. That's why guys like LeBron James do so well, because they know when to pass the basketball. Looking at the team stats on the season, scoring-wise, we were one of the best scoring teams in the NBA at about 5th in the NBA doing that. The points allowed against us, we were the 4th best defensive team according to this, only giving up 104.8 points per game, but we still got some of the top-notch teams out there that I did not really think we were ready to pass quite yet. So, here we go, man. First round of the playoffs. We do have the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going to take this game by game. So simulate game 1, and we got the W right there. Simulate game 2, and we're up 2 games to 0. Simulate game right here. We up 3 games to 0, and simulate game. And we swept the Minnesota Timberwolves 4 games to 0. Closeout game 23 for Mike Conley, 18, 8, and 11 for Luka Doncic, and 18 and 11 for Rudy Gobert, 13 and 11 for Dirk Nowitzki. All right, let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the current round so we can get on to the next one right here. Looks like we're probably going to have the OKC Thunder. Yes, we do. Hopefully we can get past them, but it's definitely not guaranteed. Simulate game 1, and we actually lost that. Simulate the next game. Okay, we actually tied up the series. Simulate the game 3. Down 2 games to 1. And we're down 3 games to 1. Simulate game. And, okay, so we got a 3-2. Can we make it a 3-3 series? We do, guys. So we can very well win this game. We are going to simulate with Simcast and see if we can get this W right here and move on to the Western Conference Finals. Things are looking fantastic for us right here as we win 117-100 behind 31 points from Mike Conley on 9 for 11 from 3, 20 for Aaron Gordon, 17 for JJ Barea, and Luka, you know, getting the 11 points. Didn't really shoot the greatest, but still got 7 rebounds and 13 assists to help out the squad right here. Next up, the Golden State Warriors. This very well could be a sweep. I definitely don't know about this one. So, simulate game, and yeah, we lost game 1. Simulate the next one. We down 2-0. Simulate the next one. Okay, we got 2-1. So, getting one win against the Warriors is always big time. Down 3-1. And, oh, we got 3-2 series. Can we make it a 6-game series again? Oh, man, we are going to go to a game 7 simulate with Simcast. This team is actually coming up clutch pretty much here, guys, but okay, not looking very good for us here in this final game as we are getting blown out actually, and we lose 113-88. Luka with the 20, 10, and 6 game, along with 2 steals out there, while you look at the Warriors with 32 and 31 from Durant right there. Yeah, man, I'm still happy with how it all turned out right here. Let's go ahead and simulate the rest of the playoffs, as we have the Warriors probably going to win it all. And yes, they do 4-1, so at least we lost to the champions. Let's check out the playoff stats before we end this video. Mike Conley at 20 points per game with about 9 assists. We got 19 a game for Aaron Gordon, 16, 7, and 8 for Luka Doncic with 1 steal per game, shooting 49% field goal percentage. Anyway, hope you guys all enjoyed this video. If you want some more of these build a perfect team videos, be sure to drop a like on this video. And as always, guys, let me know in the comment section below, what would be your perfect team along Luka Doncic?